And then I saw my dad standing behind my mom, and I didn't know but he had died this morning.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Wow.
yeah, I get goosebumps.
Welcome to another Aspen Roots podcast where we tell true spiritual stories with your two hosts, Brandon and Sophia. And Aspen Roots is going international for the first time today.
That's right. We have Stephanie here with us from Schritt, Germany. Welcome, Stephanie.
Yes,
Well,
welcome.
thank you for having me.
Yes, and Stephanie is an energy healer and she is a channel. She follows medical medium information and uses medical medium information for her clients as well. And we will link all of Stephanie's websites in the description to this podcast. Stephanie, anything else you want to say about what you do?
Yes, I also follow Oliver Nilio and doing some energy work with him.
Okay,
Beautiful.
awesome.
We need to check his work out still, but medical medium recommends him, so
Yeah.
he's on our list for sure.
Yes.
Well, we're very excited and intrigued to learn about a near-death experience, contact with her father after her father passed away, and being able to see her guides as a child.
Do you want to tell us about your near-death experience?
Oh, yes. I was about 5 years old, and my aunt and my uncle, which were very young at this time, like 18, 19 years old, asked me to go to a vacation with them. And they also have a little daughter, my cousin, she was like 2 years old at this time. And then we were going swimming on a sea, and we were sitting on a airboat. It's like floating in the water, and we both sitting on the boat, and the sea was very full, a lot of people, children screaming, and a lot of stuff going on there. And my uncle and my aunt don't pay much attention to me, only to her daughter. And suddenly I fall in the water and was drowning.
Oh no. So no life jacket. Did you know how to
No,
swim? Oh man.
no.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my
I didn't
goodness.
I didn't swim at this time, and I don't have a life jacket. So I fell in the water, and I remember going to the ground and looking up and seeing the sea above, and all the people still playing, having fun, making noises very loud. And in the water, it was absolutely quiet.
Interesting.
This was the first thing I noticed. Like time and space in the water stopped immediately.
Hmm.
Wow.
And I felt that I expanded so much, like I had a out of body experience, and my consciousness expanded. And it was absolute surreal to have this contrast, like the stillness and this noise still going on there. And yeah, it was very surreal. And I feel very quiet and calm. And suddenly this light came towards me from this side, from the right side. And I felt so much love. It was absolutely incredible. And it was like time stops, and I feel love and peace and calmness and stillness.
Mm. Wow. Okay. Okay. So I just had to take that in for a second. So you're in pure tranquility, and then this light comes in.
Yes, and this light came in and stays there for a very long time, and nothing more happened. Only this. I don't remember when I came back. I don't remember anything. I only remember this scene, and I still can feel it.
Hmm.
And I still love when it's very still I feel connected to God when I don't hear any sound.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. I could, as you walked us through that, I could feel and I was like sensing into your experience. It's something they try to recreate in movies sometimes, but it's beautiful the way you described it. And just the warmth of and the overwhelming love of the light. That's just beautiful. I
Yes.
love that.
You fall in the water and it's just peaceful. I would expect that you're choking on water, you're breathing it into your lungs and you're panicking and flailing, but it was peaceful. That
Nothing.
is
Nothing.
wow.
Nothing.
Wow.
Wow. It gives me a lot to think about. That's interesting. Do you have any fear of the water after that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's absolutely crazy, but I think it's also connected to another time in past lives, but it's not only connected to this situation, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
But if you put your awareness back on this, then instead of fear, you just feel peace.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
Wow.
So how are you rescued?
I don't know. I really don't know. I want to ask my uncle. He's still alive. He was very young at this time, and I want to ask him if he remembers. I have to say that this experience came back maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
So it was suppressed like 30 years because I was a child and I didn't tell anyone and I don't talk about it. So I suppressed it.
Gotcha.
Now look at you. You're telling it on a podcast.
And I think my uncle and my aunt didn't think much of it.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe they thought I fall into water and they immediately took me out or so. I don't know. And I also don't know how long I stayed there. It felt like a very long time.
Hmm.
But
I wonder if
So,
they suppressed it too, because they're like,
yeah.
oh crap, we almost just lost our
maybe,
niece.
maybe,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow.
So, yeah, that time suspension is awesome. I love how you describe that. From there, how did you feel like that shaped your life, that experience? Or did you suppress it right away? Even though you weren't telling others about it, did it shape your world after that?
Yes. I always wondered if this situation helped me to gain some spiritual, like,
Gifts.
yes.
Gifts.
So
Okay.
I don't know if I was born like this or the situation shaped me. I don't know.
Maybe both.
Yeah, probably both.
I don't know. So
Well, we're glad you're back giving your gifts to the world. And yeah, maybe for some reason your soul needed to feel in touch with the divine so you could live your
yes,
life's purpose. I don't know, just an idea.
I do want to comment on the word expansion, how you just felt expanded, because that's something we do in our own personal practices. We expand our energies. So you just felt expanded in that moment. But that all happened when you were 5 years old. When did you start to notice your spiritual gifts?
yeah, it happened when I was in school, like 2 years later or so.
Okay.
And we just walked in class and everyone had to go in line, two of us. And I talked to my guide and angels, and the girl next to me asked me, "Who are you talking to?" And I was like, "What?" She didn't see that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This was my realization, and I thought, oh, only being alone, talk to them, and
Wow. So you're like 7 years old and you just realized all of that in the moment. You're like,
yeah, absolutely.
wow, I'm the only one and
Mhm.
I should probably keep that to myself.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because no one else can see them.
Mhm.
Interesting. So what did you tell her? Did you tell her you're speaking to your spirit
No,
guides or you just said,
I was embarrassed, and I didn't say anything and stopped immediately.
Yeah.
wow. So you didn't have anybody to talk to about that. It's not like you could
No,
go home and tell your parents or anything. It's
no.
just, wow.
Oh,
Did that continue? being able to see your guides on that level and converse with them?
Yes, I remember when I had to sleep like after lunch as a young child. So I don't sleep often. And I looked up to the ceiling and I saw them, the angels, playing around and having some fun.
Wow.
Really? And did they talk to you?
I don't remember. I was very small, like, I don't know.
Okay, so at a certain point, that all kind of went away, right? That was
Yes,
okay.
yes. One thing I remember when my dad died, it was when I came to school. I was 6. I just came to school and he had cancer and I didn't know that he was dying. So I don't know about it. No one told me that he can pass away on cancer. I didn't know what cancer was. At the time, my parents didn't talk much about the stuff. And one day I came home from school and my grandparents brought me there. And in our house, we had like a staircase, and I was about to go up to the staircase, and I saw my mom and my grandparents there, and my other grandparents from my dad were there. And this was very unusual. It's like a normal day. Usually we met on the weekends. So I wondered, and then I saw my dad standing behind my mom, and I didn't know, but he had died this morning.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Wow.
yeah, I get goosebumps.
Me too.
And he was like, I wondered because he was not normal looking. He was like so light, like
Interesting.
Interesting.
yeah. And I didn't think much about it at this time. I noticed him. He didn't say anything, but today I know he said goodbye. This was his last goodbye to me. We had a connection with each other. And
Yes. And so this all happened before you learned that he died in
yeah,
the morning.
yes.
When did you finally learn? When did
They
he die?
told me when I go up the stairs, and they told me about it, and I thought, He's here. You guys can see him, but he's here."
Did you say
Wow.
that to the
No,
adults?
no,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Wow.
Wow.
It was very crazy, but at this time, I didn't miss him much because I knew he was there and I knew he was still with me. And I go out and played like nothing happens.
Mm.
Mm.
But when my spiritual gifts start to go away and so kind of like suppressed when I was teenager, then the big grieving came.
Wow.
Yes.
Because you couldn't see him anymore.
Yes. And I think also the grief was like a blockage to have a connection with him.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. So
Mhm.
you just answered something I was curious about. So I imagine that your mom and your grandparents were all sad, or they like their demeanor was
Yes.
very sad, and you weren't. You're just like, I see him. He's okay.
Yes.
Wow. And your dad, when you saw him, was he smiling?
Yes.
He was.
Yes.
That's important, I think.
Yes. He gave me the feeling everything is okay. He doesn't say a word, but it's like telepathically or like through the feelings. He gave me a calm feeling and everything is okay. And everything will be okay. Oh, he lost his hair. I never thought about it. He lost his hair because he got the cancer treatment.
Yeah.
And when I saw him, he had his beautiful long hair. He always was very proud of his beautiful hair. He has long hair.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
That's so cool.
That's
Well, I just remember this in time.
I also
Aw,
got
that's so
goosebumps when you said
precious.
that. That's my favorite part of the story, just him being in a healthy version and smiling to you and letting you know that it's okay
Yes,
is
when I
touching.
remember him I don't know, months of being sick and lying on the couch in the living room and sleeping there, and we have to be quiet. And the doctor came and gave him his treatments, and he was throwing up and he lost his hair. And then I saw him like born again.
Wow, that
Wow.
is so amazing. That's
That
so
is
beautiful.
powerful. That is
So
so
beautiful.
powerful.
Yes.
I'm so happy for you that you have that memory to look back on.
Yes. Only 10 years ago, when I was like 30, it came back.
Okay.
I had a long time of grieving, very long time. So it didn't help me at this time, but now,
Now you know, because you remember now.
yes,
That's so beautiful. So, so beautiful.
yes, helped me heal so much.
So now, do you still see him like that, or you kind of just sense him now?
No, I can sense it now, yes. My third eye is still like a little blocked. It's like sometimes I see something and yeah, it was the most suppressed energy there.
Mm.
And my throat too.
Well, I draw a parallel with Anthony William, the medical medium, how he saw Spirit of Compassion the first time. And
Mm.
Spirit of Compassion told him, this might be the only time you see me. And I think he saw him one more time when his dog was drowning.
Yes.
But then other than that, he doesn't see him. He
Yeah.
hears him. But I draw a parallel. It's very similar. So that's interesting to ponder.
Yes, it makes sense.
And it's beautiful that because your dad knew you could see him, that's why he was there. And, so it's just beautiful to make that connection. And I love that when you were a child, you weren't so distraught too. That I feel like for at least for that time, you just were like able to move on. Because not to you, nothing really happened. You could still see him, and so it wasn't as traumatic for you. Maybe when you were a little older, you could handle those emotions better. Being a little more developed. But such a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you came into this world spiritually oriented, it feels like.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like feels like destiny that you're a healer and that you do all that you do now. So I see these events as very pivotal steps along the way to where you're at now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. And like I said, the puzzle the pieces come together and yeah.
Awesome.
I'm touched.
Me too.
Thank you for sharing all that.
Yes. Thank you.
So before we get to our soulful send off, we have some bonus stories that I think those in the medical medium community especially will be interested in. We tend to believe that when Anthony shows up in our dreams, it's very powerful, and it certainly has been for Sophia and I. He's given us both very specific healing advice, and it's certainly been a helpful way to gain clarity for healing. And so Stephanie has a number of dreams where Anthony William, the medical medium, has shown up. And so just as a little bonus here, we're going to ask Stephanie to tell those stories.
Yes. So I follow Anthony since about 6 years now. And my first dream was like, I don't know, 4 years ago or so. And I didn't understand the dream, but he was there and there was my sister and my grandmother, and we were at a restaurant and nothing really happened, but she was there and I still don't know why. And so I don't know. This was the first time he appeared and I was very okay.
That's happened to me too. He's shown up and I'm like, I don't know what that was about, but he was there, Yeah.
Hi, here I am. I don't know. So the second time he came into my dream and he said nothing and he put his hands on my shoulder, on my back, my upper back, and he put healing energy into me.
Whoa.
Wow, that's awesome.
This
was really wow. So, and the third time he came and he said, "Watch your thoughts."
Really?
Yes. And this was when I started to read the books from Oliver Nino because he has recommended him around this time. And so
Mhm.
I learned a lot about how to master my mind and get aware of my belief system. So
Oh,
before I did a lot for my body with Anthony's protocols, and healed a lot of my symptoms. And now he came to me in my dream and said, watch your thoughts. So I instantly knew, okay, this is important too. We have to take care of our body, but also of our mind. So
yes. I love
Wow.
that one. I used to watch a lot of the near death experience videos, and one that always stuck with me, a lady who said she never harmed anybody. She was kind to every person in her life. She never caused ripples. She kept to herself, and she was very, pleasant when interacting with other people. But when she had her near death experience, they showed her that she would have thoughts about people that weren't positive. And she thought because she didn't say anything to them or approach them that it was okay. But she was shown that those thoughts were just as damaging as if she was saying it to somebody.
yes,
And that was the big message she came back with. And that immediately resonated with me. And I've heard it a number of times from other sources. And I think that is huge. That is so important. And it's something
absolutely.
Sophia and I work at and even try to correct each other sometimes because it's not always easy. And sometimes we're like, well, careful, maybe we can shift our perspective. And it's very important. So I love that. I'm glad you shared that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like the near-death experience. Or like when my dad died, I couldn't grieve, but I decided to know he's there, he's still there. So you have
Hmm.
always two perspective. And as we learned, the terms also intrude our thoughts. So we
Yep.
have to be very careful. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
the
then,
fourth dream?
Oh, this was the last one, like, I don't know, maybe beginning of this year. And it's hard for me to share, but so it was like something I thought about myself, but I doubted. And so he came into my dream, he hugged me, and he said, "You are an ancient soul." And
Oh.
wow.
this
That's
was,
touching.
Oh.
yes, this was so healing to my. I always doubt myself. Like, I was very shy as a child.
So
Well,
that helped you feel better and feel like all these connections you're making are real and to
Yes,
believe in yourself more, I'm sure.
absolutely.
Awesome.
well, I hope you let that empower you because that is a beautiful message to get from Anthony. Of all
Yes.
Yes.
the things he could say, that's amazing.
Oh.
Cool. So let's move into our soulful send off. And I just want to say that I really feel for you as a little girl. These stories are beautiful, but they're also a little traumatic. Like you fall in water and you lose your dad. And I'm so sorry about you losing your dad. But I am very warmed on the inside that in that moment when you learned that he passed, you didn't go into despair. You felt confident, you saw, you experienced he's still alive and well just without his physical body. And to me, that is so touching.
Yeah.
And the other piece I learned from you today is grief as a block to sensing. That makes sense. So it makes perfect sense. When I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I've never actually thought about that specifically before. So I know I carry a lot of grief personally, and I will look into what that blocks me from. So um,
Mhm.
thank you for sharing these very personal stories. And you're a beautiful person with beautiful abilities that you use to help yourself and others. And I've enjoyed getting to know you through the wisdom you share on the Medical Medium Inspired Spiritual Group on Facebook. And yeah, you've touched me today. So thank you.
Thank you.
And I agree with that. Stephanie, you're so kind, so gentle. And you tell this beautiful story about what could have been so traumatic, and you note the light. You remember the light and the peace of it. And again, with your father, you remember how peaceful of an experience it was. So again, another traumatic experience, but you painted in such a different light and painted in a cosmic light, really, that the divine is here for us, and that this is just one incarnation in this physical body, and that we are infinite, and to remember that, and remember when we expand that that's really our true nature. So thank you for all the details you shared. Such a beautiful story. I feel like you brought the light today in your stories. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for having me and giving me a platform to talk about my experiences. And I felt very connected to you guys, and you were very well listening and asking some very good questions. So I had to think about and get some new insights and answers. Yes, thank you.
And I
Yeah,
also want to
that's
acknowledge doing this with English as your second language. Sophia and I try to learn other languages. It's hard, and you do a great job at
Yeah.
articulating complex conversations. So I just wanted to highlight that too. And thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Stephanie. Visit us at aspenroots.love.